Hello and welcome to another episode of Amputee News. Today I'm going to show you a different way of setting up the hammock, my do-it-yourself hammock. So just stay tuned and I'll show you something interesting with mule tape. Alrighty. Okay, so I've already set up the tree straps and you'll probably notice in the video that the tree straps are orange, whereas in other videos they were black. That's because the tree straps are starting to look a little bit worn. And in hammock camping, it's an important thing to always make sure that you're keeping an eye on your straps and your gear to make sure it's not getting worn. If it is getting worn, replace it. The last thing you want is something snapping on you in the middle of the night. Okay, so what do we got here? This is mule tape. It goes by a couple of other names, I think. But what this is used for is pulling cables through conduit pipes underground. And it's got a 1,250 pound working strength. And what I've done, I've put one piece folded in half and tied knots about every 6 inches. Okay, and I've got loops at one end, a loop at the other end. Okay, and so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to attach one of these ends to the tree strap, like so. That one I'll put in my pocket. Yeah, attach my carabiner here with the hammock. Go down to about this length here. Clip that on like that. Walk it on down. Do is get this other length of mule tape, put on this carabiner here, walk it down to this end here, hook it up here, like so. And as usual, once I've got everything set up, I'll walk you through all the details. Now I've also got mule tape for the ridge line here too. And I've done that with the knots here so I can just loop things in here and I don't have to worry about it sliding down one place or another and getting out of reach when I'm laying in a hammock. Let's just test how this feels right now. Oh yeah, that's a good height right there. When you set up your hammock, you want to be able to sit on the edge and be sitting like you're at a chair at a table. Knees roughly about a 90-degree angle there, like this. So you've got a nice comfortable place to sit. Okay? All right. If you've seen my other videos, you know that I do my hammock a little bit different from the usual style. I've got my PVC pipes. Join them like so. Okay. And then I just thread them through a loop here in mule tape into a little sleeve on one side, sleeve on the other side, and do the same thing over here. Like that. And hey presto, it's a big kite. I know what you're thinking. It looks a little risky there, but bear with me, okay? Watch this. There we go. Now because of these bars, I've got room for my shoulders. I'm not all squished in. I can lay a lot straighter. I found this a lot more comfortable too. All right. Now that I've got it set up, yeah, it's tilting like that because the bag that it's stored in gives it a little bit of weight on that side, so it just tilts on that side. If I put my sleeping bag and other stuff in the hammock, it levels out. Anyway, let me turn that camera around and bring you in close and show you some of the details, okay? Hold on for a minute. All right, so what you see here is a bowline loop, mountaineering carabiner, and then the mule tape. And these knots here about every 6 inches, so I can adjust to whatever length I need. Another carabiner here, and then down to the ridge line here. Now it's loose when I'm not laying in it. When I'm laying in it, as you saw in the previously, it tightens up. Just in case you want to get a close look at that little sleeve there. There you go. And then down to this end here. Okay. One thing to notice, that's kind of a nice thing with doing the knots like this, is if it's raining and I've got water that's dripping on here, basically each of these knots is a drip point. And if it does make it down to this point here, this is a drip point. So the water coming down the line here comes down here and doesn't end up going onto my hammock here, which of course I don't want. And then up to this end up here, another bow line there. Pretty simple setup. Now this mule tape, I got this from some guys who are doing some construction work not too far from where I live. And I asked them, hey, can I buy some of that mule tape from you? And they said, no, but we'll give you what we've got left over because we're not going to use it. They gave me a bunch of feet. It was great. You can also get this on Amazon. I think you have to buy it in like at a minimum of 100 feet length, which is probably excessive. But I'm pretty sure other do-it-yourselfers would be able to find lots of purposes for this stuff. There's one of the other corners as well, just so you got a good view of that, okay? All right, let me turn this camera back around again and we'll wrap this all up. Beautiful spring day here in the Pacific Northwest. Great kind of day to just relax in the hammock and enjoy the trees. It's one of the reasons I like hammock camping, especially in the summertime when I know we've got no rain to worry about. Setting up the hammock, laying back, looking up at the stars. It's beautiful. I love it. All right, well, thank you for joining me today. And if you have any questions about this setup I've got here, or comments or suggestions, or concerns about whether or not it's a safe item to use, please get a hold of me in the comments section down there and let me know about them. And you've got the show more button down there in the description. Click on that and I'll provide a few links to some of the materials I've got here just to help you out if you want to make one of these yourself. And of course the subscribe button there. Click on that and subscribe to my channel, and I'll send out some more of these videos. And if you're curious about the other video that I made regarding this hammock setup the previous way I had it, I'll put a little video link right in here in one of the corners. You can click on that and check out how I used to do this. All right, so that's it for Amputee Outdoors today, and I'd like to thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you out on the trail.